injury.
No gain. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
No gain, 2nd and 10. .429 to go, third quarter. Cougars 28, Chieftains 7. Hand off to Figueroa. Kunis stood him up. Third down and about 7. So Utica now going to a power football game against Dakota. Interesting in as much as it's a type of offense that other teams have tried to run against the Cougars with not a whole lot of success.
Yeah, you know, we saw this last week against South, you know, same type of thing. And, you know, they want to get in this ball game. They're not going to do it in the middle of the field. So we'll see if they have a little change of plan here pretty soon.
Power eye look once again. Leach will throw this time. He's got a man, but broken up out there by DeBartolomeo. Boy, great closing there by Adam. Got a hand in there and knocked that pass down.
Yeah, D-Bar did a great job. Came up, made a good stick. You know, popped the ball loose, and you know, forces this punt. That's just a great defensive play.
The secondary for Dakota tonight has been outstanding with pass breakups. And they will send Jared Schultz deep to receive this punt from Leach. Ball rests on the Dakota 47. Schultz stands at his own 12. It's a fake. Leach rolling to the right, throwing outside for Wilson. Incomplete. Cougars take over on their own 47. Well, Coach McElrath for Utica gambling again. And it results in great field position once again for DHS.
Yeah, he almost had to gamble there. I mean, he didn't really have to. The game's, you know, we still have 3 minutes in this third quarter and then all the fourth. But, you know, if he hits that pass, then, you know, maybe he can make things happen. But the key is they've got to be able to stop us, which, you know, again, we're going on 50 short field again, and they haven't been able to do it so far.
1st and 10 now from the Dakota 47. Todd turns it hands off to Parslow. He bounces away from the tackle of big number 75. Actually turns that play into positive yardage. Big Al Chavers couldn't bring him down. And Tim picked up maybe 2 on that play.
Well, part of the reason there is that Serpian stayed with his block. You know, maybe the big man beat him initially, but you know, Tim was able to push him off Parslow, and Tim was able to turn it up and gain a couple yards.
Chavers stands at 6'2", 360. Utica's version of Gilbert Brown, I guess. Here's Wojciechowski with the play fake, swings it outside to Sasson, incomplete. Flag on the play, though, as Todd went down hard. Could be roughing the passer. We'll wait for the indication. And it is roughing the passer penalty, a 15-yard mark-off. We'll move it into Utica territory. Well, the swing passes, perhaps viewers may underestimate the difficulty of throwing those passes, but it is a difficult pass to throw, throwing out those flare patterns out to the running backs.
Yeah, it's, you know, timing type of a play, and, you know, you got people rushing down your throat, as you saw right there. Sometimes you just got to get it out there, and hopefully your receiver can run under the ball. But, you know, that's just a terrible penalty by Utica. You know, they're trying to come back in this ball game. They had it 2nd and long, you know. Actually, it would have been 3rd and long, and they take that penalty. Now it's 1st down. Just a bad time for that penalty.
Now let's see if the Cougars here can take advantage. Wojciechowski on the draw play to Sasson. Runs into his own blockers, gets ahead inside the 30. Big pickup there on 1st down of about 8. Brings up 2nd down and short. And Paul comes out of that one limping a little bit. He's trying to walk it off out there about the 45-yard line, talking to Dan Brett. Here comes Todd with the play. 2 minutes to go in this third quarter, and the Cougars leading at 28-7 on the Utica 30-yard line. 2nd and a long 3.
We got one-on-one with Anderson again. We may see something that way.
goes that way. Pump fake, goes deep. If he gets enough air under it, he's got him. Touchdown, Dakota Cougars. Sam held on against number 28 for Utica, Dan Bungard, and the Cougars go up 34-7.
Well, hey, great execution. Todd threw it up there again. Let Sam run underneath the ball. It was a little out and up. Anderson ran a little out to the sideline and turned it upfield. Very nicely executed. I'll tell you what, if we may see some subs start coming in, I think, you know, if Sassen's starting to walk a little gingerly, we may see him sit down for a little while. We got a pretty nice lead. They may run a couple more series of plays, but we're getting to that point where we're going to start bringing in some of the other fellas.
Snap, kick. Good. 35-7. Dakota leads it. 1:52 to play in the third quarter. Well, the Cougars here, we still have 13 minutes and 52 seconds to play, but the Cougars now are inching closer and closer to two big firsts in program history. A homecoming win, which is important, but more important perhaps than anything at this point in the season at least, 13:52 away from their first ever playoff berth. They have a 35-7 lead here as we near the end of the third quarter, preparing to kick off. But Utica does have some firepower. Jerome Schroeder will do the kickoff duties here from the 40. Cheerleaders getting their workout in there, down there. Dan Bungard and Tom Schneeman back deep to receive for Utica. And it'll be, as I said, number 82, Jerome Schroeder, to do the kicking this time for Dakota.
On the kick for the Cougars, number 82, Jerome Schroeder.
Schneeman and Bungard back at about their own 10. Schroeder approaches, and here's the kick. Squib kick. Picked up by number 56 for Utica. He didn't get a whole lot on that return. That was Mike Locke. Gets it out just over the 40. Jack Stramer in on the hit there for Dakota, number 26. Utica will set up now, 1st and 10 from just outside their 40. Trailing 35-7.
I think you're going to see, you know, we got our first defensive group in there, but Kilshewski is not in, so he may be taking some snaps, getting ready to go in offensively. We don't, you don't know, but I think we'll stay with the first defense if we can stop them. I think you may see the second group of offensive players come in, you know, after this Utica possession.
Figueroa spins outside the 45. Brought down by Kuna. Josh having a solid season, 32 tackles on the year, coming into this ball game with 5 sacks. He had 7 in his last outing against Grosse Pointe South. 2nd down and about 4 from the Utica 47. Offset eye this time for Leach and company. Take the handoff, hand it off to Wilson. Big Kurt Wilson plowing ahead inside the 40 for a Chieftain 1st down. Wilson had 8 carries and 70 yards in the Chieftains' season opening win against Lance Cruz. And he brings a load out of that backfield, big number 40.
Yeah, hopefully, you know, we don't lose any of our defensive intensity. I mean, it's hard to stay as intense as you are when it's 0-0, and, you know, right now it's 35-7, but, you know, hopefully we don't lose too much of it, and that we do a nice job of covering that option right there. So hopefully that'll pick us up a little bit, and we'll get to stop the Chieftains here and get the ball back to our offense.
Hines, Dinelli out there, had that one snuffed out on the option. 2nd down and 10. That play went for no gain. Haven't seen Leach put it up a whole lot here in the second half. Under a half minute to play in the third quarter. He'll send Figueroa in motion to the near side. Now he'll pass. Straight drop. Trying to set an under screen. Complete to Schneeman at the 43. He races ahead inside the 35. It'll bring it up a 3rd down situation as we wind down the third quarter with the Cougars leading it 35-7. So the teams will switch ends, and Utica will face a 3rd and 5 when we resume action.
The score, Cougars 35.
One more reminder about the Boosters Craft Show. The 4th annual Holiday Craft Show will be held on Saturday, October 9th at Dakota High School. The show will run from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Admission is $2. The Boosters request that visitors refrain from bringing strollers to the craft show as they expect a big crowd as always. Once again, the Dakota Boosters Craft Show, Saturday, October 9th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Dakota High School. Always a great show and always big crowds. And all proceeds, of course, go to help out the kids at Dakota High School and so many different ways that the Boosters support Dakota High School, not only athletically but academically. Great organization, and if you are interested in becoming a member of the Dakota Boosters, call the school at 954-2405, and the main office would be happy to give you the information about how you can become involved in the great organization that is the Dakota Boosters. Once again, the Craft Show, October 9th, 10 to 4 at Dakota High School. Well, Utica now sets up 3rd and 5 from the Cougar 34. Leach with split backs and 3 wideouts. He'll send Shikoski, the tight end, in motion. Leach went straight ahead down to the 25 and picked up the 1st down. Dinelli made the tackle for Dakota. So Utica now moves the chains. Cougars leading by 28.